Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your girl Miss T. It's Monday night, almost Tuesday, and tomorrow, to me, in my opinion, will be one of the biggest days in history. Not just music history, but just in our history as a country. Tomorrow, Tuesday, July 7th, 2009, we will be laying to rest one of the greatest entertainers ever to live. The greatest entertainer there will ever be, Michael Jackson. The passing of Michael Jackson, I'm still kind of in disbelief. It's kind of crazy. You know, it's like waking up from a bad dream and you're just like, you wake up and you're like, oh damn, like that that didn't happen. But then you turn on the TV, you watch the news, or you hear a song, and it just kind of makes your heart a little heavy. And I know it's some people out there that are going to be like, you know, that's a little bit crazy, or you taking it a little bit too far, but I'm sure most of you out there really kind of understand where I'm coming from. The passing of Michael Jackson, I mean, Mike was a part of my childhood, especially for those of us who grew up in the 60s and the 70s. Michael and the Jackson 5. They were our childhood. From the time I was 3 years old, rocking Afro puffs and the wide leg, flare leg pants, plaid pants, ABC 1, 2, 3 to Rockin' Robin, to every song in between. From the time I was in high school and MTV first came on the air, I got cable for the first time, and Mike was like the first black artist they ever played. To beyond that, Mike was a part of our life. Every Michael Jackson song, every MJ video evokes some sort of memory. You have a story attached to it. I don't care who you are, what race, what ethnicity, what country you're in, what language you speak. Michael Jackson is the only person in our history, I mean, that could touch so many people on so many levels and inspire so many people, and be the one human being, no matter what language you spoke, that if you said his name, anyone knew it. If there were life on another planet, believe me, and you said Michael Jackson, they would know who the hell he was. So I guess we all kind of understand what a loss it is. You know, the news came at a time, like I said, I worked near UCLA that day that it happened. It was just a lot of disbelief, crazy. I shed a few tears, and I also kind of felt a little weird because I thought, oh, my coworkers are going to be like, why are you crying over somebody you don't know? But again, like I said, Mike was somebody that it didn't matter if you knew him personally, but you knew him because he was a part of your childhood. Because a lot of y'all had that Jerry curl going on, or that S curl, or that California curl with the little doo-doo-doo. Even me in high school, as long as my hair was, I wanted to get a curl just to kind of be like Mike. And I had the little headband when it all was going on. I had the glove. Come on now. Everybody begged their mama for the red leather jacket with the zippers and the shut up, stop lying after Thriller. You know you did. You know how to moonwalk still. So, I mean, he changed the face of music altogether. And no matter what his troubles were recently, the Mike that we always knew and loved was the one that we all grew up with. And I think that's what we will mourn. So anyway, I won't be at the memorial tomorrow because I didn't get picked. I got rejected. But I wanted to do this video just to say we love you. Your music will live on forever. And I wanted to ask all of you, I want to make this like a tribute to MJ. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people doing that. I want to know, as viewers, my YouTube followers, those of you who subscribe to my YouTube, all of you guys, the people who follow me on Twitter, my Facebook fam, all of you, I want to know what your memories are of MJ. What memories do you have of the Jackson 5, of MJ? What was the first song that you heard, or the first video? What inspired you? How did he inspire you? Did you ever get to meet him or any of his family in person? Did you ever get to see them live in a concert? All of that. I want to know that. So send me a video response or a comment. For me, the first time I heard of Michael Jackson and a Jackson 5, I was 3 years old, and it was this song. I think
this is probably the first time this record has been played on the air. It's about to be released. This thing called ABC.
This is Dick Clark in the background. ABC, I can do the sign language. 1, 2, 3. ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me now. 1, 2, 3, I'll tell you to don't worry me. ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me now. Okay, the pause button was tripping. Anyway, that was the first song that I ever heard from the Jackson 5, and like I said, it just followed throughout my life. So oh, my one MJ story is when I was 7 years old and I tried to run away to be with Michael. I was living in Philly with my mama at the time, and my mother tells the story all the time, and this is how it goes. I was a latchkey kid, came home from school, turned on the TV as usual. The Mike Douglas talk show was on, and I know some of y'all are looking like question mark, like Scooby-Doo, like ruh-roh. Who is Mike Douglas? But I'm dating myself. For those who are in their 50s and 40s, whatever, Dinah Shore, Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas, those were the talk shows, variety shows of the time. And the Jackson 5 was on the show, and I was at home alone at 7, and they were the musical guests, and once they showed up, I flipped the out. Yes, I bleeped myself. I started screaming and running and kissing the TV like, Michael! Michael was in town. So they started singing, going back to Indiana. So now here we go with my 7-year-old brain wrapped around the thought of they are on my boob tube and I'm in Philadelphia. Something in the show is taped in Philadelphia. I'm like, yo, okay, yeah, they in Philly. They gotta be in Philly. I don't know nothing about Los Angeles and shows taping and all of that stuff. I'm just like, yo, they in Philly. I'm at home alone. That's my boyfriend. He going back to Indiana without me before the song. I mean, by the time the song ends, he gonna be gone on the plane. So I was like, I gotta go. I just gotta go. Child, I didn't know where I was going, how I was getting there, but by any means necessary, I ran and got my little peanut suitcase. I don't even know what I threw in the suitcase, y'all. I was on my way out the door. Mama wasn't even home. Me and Michael. I was going to be with Michael. So then I stopped and I'm like, I gotta backtrack. I gotta let him know I'm coming, because if I try to make it to the studio, which I thought was in Philadelphia and not Los Angeles, he's gonna be gone. So I run back to the phone book, look up my Michael Jackson, a random Michael Jackson in a Philadelphia phone book, thinking it's Gary, Indiana. And I'm just like, Miss Jackson gonna be home with Remy or Latoya, somebody. And so some man answers like, what in the hell? And I'm just like, just tell Michael I'm coming. And I run out the house in Germantown on my way, thinking downtown Greyhound, Gary, Indiana. Yeah, my mama was on her way home then, and all I got to say is I'm still on punishment to this day. So that's my Michael Jackson story. But I loved him then and I love him now. So it is what it is. We will miss the Michael, and he will live on forever through his music. And so I just wanted to do this, just my personal thing, and I would love to hear your comments about him and your memories. Let's just make this a day all about Michael. So we love you, we miss you, but you will live on forever. So rest in peace.